Mmhmm. This is without a doubt one of my favorite dishes, not only because it tastes real best, but also because it uses the entire Dasheen plant or taro plant. So we're using the root and the stem to make this vegan dish, or as I like to say, the root and the fruit. So there are different schools of thought when it comes to preparing callaloo. This is the way I grew up seeing it prepared by my mother and grandmothers, so don't get at me any comments about that is not the way to cook callaloo and all this kind of thing. This is the way I know it. The first step is preparing the bush. Now back in the day, there was no such thing as pre-cut callaloo bush or callaloo packs. You had to prep all the ingredients yourself. And my mother was the type of mother who had us doing chores from a young age. So I could have been about 7 or 8 years old when my mother showed me how to peel callaloo bush. Of course, you want to wash the bush properly, then remove the ends from the stalks. Then hold the bush where the stem meets the leaf on the underside of the leaf. Break it, then pull towards the tip of the leaf. That will reveal a film or skin that's on the stem. Continue to peel that off. Now something tells me that there might be a lot of nutrients in this outer skin, because that's the thing that'll stain your fingers. I'll probably do some research on that and get back to you on the health benefits. But for the purpose of this video and nostalgia, I'm doing it the way my mother showed me. Once you have the skin removed and the stalks and leaves separated, it's time to get it ready for the pot. Now this method I'm going to show you is something I actually picked up by watching Chef Khalid Mohammed in a video making callaloo, where he cut up the stems into small discs and did a chiffonade on the leaves. This makes a lot of sense to me as it allows the callaloo bush to cook faster and break down with more ease. Since seeing that video and trying it myself, I've always prepped my bush in this manner. Now this other step might seem slightly tedious, but we're doing all the work up front to ensure a better end product. So we're going to lay all the leaves flat, then roll them up into a tight bundle and cut them into very thin strips. Again, this technique will allow the leaves to cook down better in the dish. I urge you to try this way if you haven't done so before. I'm using half a scotch bonnet pepper with the seeds and membrane to give the dish a little heat. For my callaloo, I only use one herb. Now I know people like to use shadowbenny, thyme, chive, etc. But for me, fresh rosemary is all you really need to perfume callaloo. It might seem minimalist, but trust me, rosemary and callaloo saying real things. Cut the tops off your okra and cut them into thin discs as well. Remember, we keep in that whole theme of thinly sliced and finely chopped ingredients so that they come together with ease in the pot. Turning our attention pot side now, add a bit of oil and begin with sauteing your aromatics. Now apparently, some people make callaloo and omit this step, but that's not something I would go for personally. Cooking is chemistry, and we build in flavors from the ground up. I believe sauteing the aromatics and cooking down the veggies to break down their natural sugars is an essential part to this dish. Of course, if you disagree, that's okay. The beauty of cooking is that there's no one way to achieve the final product, unless of course you're baking. Baking is a different story. Add the garlic, add the pepper, okra, pumpkin, add the chopped stalks, and saute for 5 minutes. When I add the rosemary and season with salt, then saute for another 2 minutes. Add 1 cup of coconut milk and 2 cups of coconut water. You could also use regular tap water if you don't have coconut water at hand. Add the chopped bush and allow to cook for 40 minutes. Now one thing my grandmother taught me on knowing when the callaloo is ready is by watching the okra seeds. She said when the okra seeds turn pink, you know that everything has been cooked properly and ready for the next step, which is blending. And as you can see here, the seeds are pink, so we're ready to go. Now you could go ahead and use a regular blender or immersion blender to blend your callaloo, but for old time's sake and also to demonstrate how the ingredients broke down in the pot, I'm going to use a swizzle stick and some elbow grease to bring the dish together. Let me know down in the comments, are you team swizzle or team blender? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring this historical moment to your attention, as I do believe this is the very first footage of callaloo being swizzled in high definition, slow motion on the internet. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. Link me. Boom, callaloo done. While the callaloo was cooking down, I went ahead and prepared the dasheen. Basically, I cut them into bite-sized chunks, added them into a pot with cold water and brought them to a boil. Cook until fork tender and then strain. Saute some garlic and pimento for 30 seconds, add the dasheen and toss. Season with salt to taste and finish off with a fresh herb of your choice. Here I'm using Cuban oregano, or what we might refer to as Spanish thyme. And that's it, Caribbean vegan at its finest. Of course, you can add some stewed chicken or stewed fish to this as well. Real niceness. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and give it a share. And if you do try this recipe, remember to take a photo and tag us on Instagram or Facebook. The full recipe is on our website eatahfoodtt.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.